Okay, how to know if you're a water child. So this topic is very broad. I could be here all day, so I'm only going to list some traits. And also, I think it's important that I should speak about this because a lot of people are struggling in life. A lot of women, especially, and men. Some men can be water children too, but a lot of women are struggling because life is spiritual and people need answers. So let's go. So being a Marina it's a good thing. It's good, but it can be dangerous. It's not evil. It's not what the religion tries to make it out to be, but it can be dangerous. That's why you need to know this. One, you have dreams in water. That's how you're gonna know. You have dreams in water, you're in water, you're playing in water, sometimes even flying, water and flying. Sometimes I see myself flying, which also adds with the element. Because with fishes they can come out, especially when they're in danger. Having sex in your dreams, so that's another thing as well. Having sex in your dreams, you can see yourself having sex with someone. Maybe you don't see the face, or maybe you see the face but it's someone from your past, like an ex-boyfriend. Yeah, that could be your spiritual husband. But they're using someone else's face that you know. And this also leads me to my next point in like, marinas are beautiful. If you're a water child, you're going to be very, very beautiful, very pretty. Like, you probably even have men that come up to you and be like, oh my God, you're this, I'm scared of you. Yeah, it's because you're a marina. So another thing is, because even though you're really, really beautiful, you can't stay in a relationship. Like, it's hard for you to be in a relationship. And this is because your water family, they can be very jealous. Marinas are very jealous. So you will notice that relationships don't really work out for you, or even you, it could even be you. You can just be like, I don't like this person. I don't like this person. Or, oh, I don't want to be around this person. Another thing is, water children, we like to be alone. It's like, we like our alone time with friends, with boyfriend or whatever. But yeah, we like our alone time. And sometimes you just, even with kids, like, you can have kids and just be like, I need to be away from them. I want to be by myself. So that's another trait. So that's okay. A love of water. So that's another trait. You have a love of water. But it could also be like a love and a deep fear at the same time. I know with me, I love water. One of my dreams, my goals is to live next to a beach or have a home where I can drive to the beach, okay? And a nice warm weather, of course. You probably feel like you want to clean the beach and just have a connection with the water, sea animals, sea creatures. And yeah, so you really love the water. You may love swimming. And back to the deep fear. So that deep fear sometimes can be because you're scared of you could potentially drown. Like, so sometimes, like, your water family, sometimes they want you back because they're so protective and they're so jealous. So sometimes that deep fear is actually you knowing that if you go into the water, that they could be a possibility of them taking you back into the world. And sometimes people come back out. They can come back out. They take you there. You're able to breathe. The stories where people are able to breathe in the water, and then sometimes the stories where you don't come back. Another sign is your mood. Okay, so some days you're happy, some days you're low, like almost bipolar almost. Like, certain people don't even know where to stand with you sometimes, like, because your mood, like, you're just all over the place. So, and think of water. Water, water is pushing, pulling. Water can be beautiful, but it can also destroy, and that's another thing. Your anger can destroy. You will notice that you have a very powerful tongue in many things. So do that more. Call things in, especially like the mouth has water. Like, that's your element. So when you say things, they happen. So be careful of what you're saying about yourself and what you're calling in. When you're angry, you will notice things happen to that person that you're angry about. So you have to be careful what you're saying. But sometimes you don't even have to be angry. Sometimes when people do you wrong, things, they will never be the same. Like, you'll notice this when people come into your life and they do you wrong. Oh, it's they're not okay. A lot of times they'll have psychological issues. The mind, water, the moon, mind. They'll have psychological issues, okay? You're a healer. That's another thing. You're a healer. So sometimes people, that's why a lot of people will be intimidated of you and you don't even know why. People can come across you and yeah, you be friends with them, they'll be cool. It's not like you can't attract people. Oh, marinas, water children, we can attract people very easily. But sometimes people get scared and they run because of our power. Sometimes people will see your power before you even see your power. That's why we also face a lot of jealousy from women, from other women. We face a lot of jealousy. For no reason, we're just living our life, but it's because of they can see our power and we are a healer. But when people are not ready to heal, the truth hurts. And we don't even have to tell them the truth, just us walking exposes their truth, exposes their shadows. Think of the water, the depths, we bring them down. Everyone that comes into my life, I bring them into the depths without whether I consciously do it or intuitively do it. Another thing is, if you have sex with a man, that man can actually become more rich. Meanwhile, you're becoming broker and broker. He's taking your spiritual power. He's taking your wealth, and it can become dangerous. And you being a healer as well, sometimes people, you will notice when people actually come into our lives, we end up building them. Friends, everyone, no one comes into our life not learning nothing. People will come into our lives and we will really build them. A lot of women, and the thing is, sometimes they will leave us. It's painful, it hurts, but it's part of it. You're a healer. Sometimes people will come into our life, you build them, and then they go. This is the last point because I don't want to make it too long. You're an old soul. Water children are old souls. Okay, you're old soul. You like to learn. Oh, and you're gonna be spiritual, by the way. You're gonna have an affinity to spirituality. So if you're a water child, so I mean, well, some water childs are deep in the church, you know, but the problems will still be there. Some water children, they're deep in the church or whatever, but they know. Then they hide in the church. But yeah, you're an old soul. You've been here before. Think of water. Water is primordial. Water is like one of the oldest things that have been on this earth. Drink a lot of water. Water is going to be your element. Do your sea salt baths. Don't sleep on sea salt. Don't sleep on sea salt. Don't sleep on cowrie shells. It's very important for us. Yes, if you see yourself in your dream, swimming, having sex with children, even though you're not pregnant, but you're carrying a baby or you're playing with babies, yeah, then you're a water child. And even a priestess, you can even be a priestess in the waters. Now there's different roles. We can get into that, but that's different. So what I would advise you to do is, when you don't recognize them, don't expect your life to be perfect. When you don't recognize your water family, when you don't recognize that you're a water child, don't expect your life to be perfect. That's why a lot of your life will be upside down. You think, but I'm smart, I'm wise, I'm beautiful. Why is my life like this? Because you're not recognizing who you are. You're not recognizing it, and they will wreak havoc in your life. Don't go to no pastor because it's gonna make it worse. Okay, don't. You need to go to like a spiritualist. Go to your native doctor. I don't care what country you're from. If you have a native doctor there, go to your native doctor. Tell them to divine for you. Do a divination. And a proper divination. I'm not saying no tarot divination. Do a proper spiritual divination. Okay? That will help you a lot. I promise you. Okay? And they will advise you and give you advice. Yes. But in the meantime, please do your sea salt baths. That's what we have to do. I do mine regularly. And I see a difference in how I act, in my dreams, in my powers, and everything. So yeah, I don't want this video to be too long because it's already long already. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, please comment them down below. So that's the end of the video. My name's Inyeka Marie. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and follow for more.